Hey everybody, I'm Miss Lynne. I was just exploring different kinds of cloud shapes with my whole body. It is so great to see you. Welcome to another movement art class. Today, we're going to learn about 3 different types of clouds and how they get made by the water cycle. We'll also learn about making dances by making a dance about the water cycle and its clouds, using the ideas of shape, level, speed, and force. If you've been watching my videos, you're probably already familiar with all of these ideas. Let's start with an activity to warm up our bodies. Go ahead and stand up right behind your chair. Let's shake through our body parts to wake everything up. And let's try to start at the head and go all the way down to our feet. Ready? Take a big breath first. And then, when the music starts, we'll start a little bounce, okay? Hang on. Ready? We'll start with the head. You're gonna make your head shake. Just very gently. Shake it all around. Very gentle with that bounce. You can open your jaw. Just relax that head as it bounces. All right, let's move to shoulders. Warm up those shoulders. You can circle them. Good. All right, let's move to elbows. You're gonna dance with your elbows. Keep that bounce going. All right, let's try our wrists. Ready? Keep the bounce going. Warm up those wrists. Let's warm them up high. Let's warm them up low. Great. All right, what's next? Rib cage. Keep your bounce going. You're just moving your ribs back and forth. And side to side. Good. Let's try hips. Ready? Just move those hips all around. Down to the knees. Go ahead and wiggle those knees. Shake them out. Good. And let's do ankles. Other ankle. Shake it around. Whole body. Awesome. We just warmed up all 13 main joints of the body. That's everywhere where we bend. All right? So do this for me. Put your hand on your heart and your belly and just take a moment. Breathe in, breathe out, and just notice how you're feeling. Is your heart beating kind of fast? Does your body feel alive and energized? Just notice how you're feeling. This is something we can use at any time to have a little bit of self-awareness. So, when we make movement art, we're actually making dances. And to make a dance, you always begin with an idea. So, today our idea that inspires our dance will be clouds. And we'll start with the fact that clouds have 3 different kinds of shapes and 3 different kinds of levels. It's perfect for making a dance. Let's start with the shapes of clouds. That will give our dance some structure. Once we understand the shapes, then we can figure out how to put them together. Okay, you ready? The three kinds of clouds are cirrus, cumulus, and stratus. Here is a picture of a cirrus cloud. The word cirrus means curl of hair in Latin. This really helps describe what these clouds can look like. They all look like long hair can look when it blows in the wind. Let's look at a few pictures of cirrus clouds, and let's make their shapes as we see them. You know, when you make a shape, you can draw the shape, right? Or you can make that whole shape with your body. So let's try some of each. Ooh, cirrus clouds can be long and curly at the end, like this one. You want to try it? Long and curly at the end. Nice. Remember, cirrus means curl of hair, so I guess that's why. Ooh, these next clouds look like feathers. I'm going to show their shape like this. Like that. How are you going to show that feathery shape? These next cirrus clouds are over the ocean. I feel like they are long and thin diagonals. Can you try that with me? How would you make long, thin cirrus shapes? Wow. Cool. And this picture shows cirrus clouds at sunset. They're also long and thin, but they're kind of steeper, aren't they? Kind of like that. Can you make some? Awesome. The second kind of cloud we're going to look at today is called cumulus. Here's one to look at. In Latin, cumulus means heap or a bunch of. That makes sense. It reminds me of the word accumulate, which means to gather things in a big heap of stuff. Cumulus clouds are round and fluffy looking. Some people think they look like cotton. Let's look at some pictures of cumulus clouds, and we'll make those in our body too. This is a single cumulus cloud. It looks like a big fluff ball, kind of high on one end and low on the other. Can you make this kind of cloud with me? Cumulus. Nice. This next photo shows lots of smaller cumulus clouds. We could make these by drawing them, right? Maybe we have a cloud here, and then a cloud here, and a cloud over here. Here are some more cumulus clouds that are kind of big and stretched out. How could you show that kind of cumulus cloud? Maybe like that. Yeah? And this last cumulus cloud picture is at sunset. The big cumulus cloud is kind of at an angle or diagonally moving through the sky. So we could do that. Let me see yours. Awesome. All right, our third kind of cloud is called stratus. The word stratus means layers in Latin, and that's exactly what stratus clouds look like. This first picture shows them being lots of layers, thick and gray, covering the earth like a gray blanket and blocking out the sun. Can you try that with me? These stratus layers of clouds covering the earth. These stratus clouds are not quite as thick, but they're still layered. How would we show that? I guess we could draw these layers of stratus clouds, right? Kind of like that. You might have your own way. And here are some stratus clouds at sunset. The layers are all lit up by the sun, so they are now a more colorful blanket over the earth. Great. Now we know how to make 3 different kinds of cloud shapes. The next thing we'll look at is levels. When you make a dance, you always want to have different kinds of shapes at different kinds of levels because it makes it more interesting for an audience to see it. What do I mean by levels? The levels in dance are high, medium, and low. Yeah? So those are the levels that we'll use. Luckily, clouds come at all those levels. Cirrus clouds, or those curl of hair clouds, occur at very, very high levels. So let's try that. Can you be a cirrus cloud way up high? Good. They're always going to be way up high. And the fact that they're up there means they're very, very cold. So cirrus clouds actually are made of ice crystals. Can you show that somehow? Maybe your fingers are frozen in some weird shape. All right, great. Our next kind of cloud, the cumulus, is actually made at medium level. So we remember that cumulus means heap or a bunch of. So could you make a heap cloud at a medium level? Maybe yours looks like this, or like this, or like this. Whatever it is, show me 3 cumulus clouds at medium level. Ready? 1, and another, and another. Good job. We have 1 more cloud shape and 1 more level. You know what level we have left, right? Right, low level. And the cloud we have left is the stratus. That's the one that is layers. I like to think of stratus as stretching. Yeah? So the stratus clouds are low and heavy. In fact, that's why they're so low, because they're so heavy. What do you think makes them so heavy? Ugh. That's right. They are full of rain. When you see a stratus cloud, it is about to let go of its rain. So let's make some layers of stratus clouds that are stretched at a low level. Ready? Let's do it together. Here's one, here's another, and you can make one that maybe moves a little. Yeah? Stratus. Good. Okay, now I'd like you to show your favorite kind of cloud to a partner. Teachers, you might have to help your students figure out where their partners are. Usually, what we do is the first row turns around to face the second row, and the third row turns around to face the fourth row, and then the pairs that are facing each other, so first and second row people, and third and fourth row people, the pairs who are facing each other are partners. Now, if you have a fifth row, maybe you turn to the person next to you, so we have pair, pair, pair. Okay? I'm gonna give you a moment, so teachers, if you need to pair up people, you can go ahead and do that. You can pause the video. And I'm not asking you to move from behind your desk. You can stay right behind your desk. You're just gonna face one person. So what you're gonna do is that partner A is going to show your favorite kind of cloud to partner B, okay? And now remember, it might be a cirrus, a curly hair cloud, or a cumulus, right? A heap of cloud, or a stratus, a layered cloud down low. You're gonna show that cloud to partner B without saying anything. Partner B is going to guess what kind of cloud it is, okay? And then partner A can tell partner B what kind of cloud it was. And then, of course, we'll switch. So then partner B will get to make clouds, and partner A will guess what kind of cloud they've made. So, teachers help your students decide which partner goes first if they need it. And when you're ready, partner A, show your cloud on the count of 3. Remember, it could be cirrus, cumulus, or stratus. Ready? Partner A's cloud, 1, 2, 3, show it. Hold it. Good. Partner B, guess what kind of cloud you're seeing. Okay, partner A, tell them what kind of cloud you made. All right, super job, let's switch. So now partner B makes the cloud, yeah? So you're gonna make cirrus, or cumulus, or stratus. Ready? Partner B, make your cloud on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Hold it, let them see. Good. Partner A, go ahead and guess what kind of cloud that was. And partner B, you can tell them what kind of cloud you made. All right, good job, you guys. Anytime we have something like this, it's a great way to quiz each other and decide if you've understood the information or not. Great job, you guys. All right, now that you know the 3 types of clouds and the 3 different levels where they form, we have the shapes and levels we need to use in our dance. Our next step is to figure out how to connect these shapes with some kind of movement. And luckily, we can use the water cycle, which actually creates the clouds. And it naturally moves around in a way that could connect the shapes in our dance. Let's explore a few ideas, and then we'll try them out in movement. So, you probably know that the water cycle is 3 main activities that happen over and over again. There's precipitation, which leads to evaporation, which leads to condensation, which leads again to precipitation, right? Here's a picture that might help us keep track of everything. If we begin our dance with a cloud shape at a certain level, the next thing that would naturally happen is precipitation, which you can see means the water or ice droplets that came together to form the cloud get so heavy they start to fall to earth. We know this precipitation as rain or snow or hail. You can see precipitation falling from the cloud in the photo. Can you see what happens next? Where does the arrow lead? After precipitation, that's the rain or the snow, after it falls to earth, the next step is collection. The water gets collected somewhere, which then allows it to reach the next part of the cycle, evaporation. Evaporation is when the sun warms up the ice or water that's fallen and heats it up so much that it turns to water vapor. Water vapor is very light, like steam, so it rises up into the air. What happens next? Follow the next arrow and you'll see condensation. This is when all the water vapor gets blown around and connects together to create clouds. We know sometimes this happens high up in the sky, and sometimes it happens lower down. After clouds form, the water in them gets heavier and heavier until it falls to earth, and the whole cycle begins again. Let's try to put all of these ideas together, and we'll follow the water cycle as we form different types of clouds. Ready? First, we got to decide what kind of cloud we're going to be. How about stratus? All right, we'll be low, heavy clouds in layers full of water, ready to rain. Stratus clouds, even though they're very full, tend to rain gently. So, let's rain gently down. Once we're on the surface of the earth and we get collected, then we get warmed up. Now, by the sun. If it's very hot, we might evaporate really fast. But if it's very cold, our evaporation will be much slower. So, I don't know. Let's try fast for this one. Ready? Whoosh. Nice. You can decide if you want to go fast or slow. I'm going to go fast. You do you. Ready? Once we're in the air, we have to decide how high our water vapor will go. Remember, if you go really high, you'll have to form a cirrus cloud, right? If you go kind of medium high, you'll have to form a cumulus. And if you only rise to a low level, you'll form a stratus, yeah? So I'm going to go all the way up and form cirrus. You can decide whatever you like. Becoming that cloud is condensation. And so our cycle begins again. This high-level cloud has ice crystals. And when it's ready to do its next step, which is to precipitate, what is going to fall down from this cloud if it's full of ice crystals? Right, snow or hail, right? So you decide what you want to fall. I'm going to fall with snow, but you can do hail if you want. So here we go, precipitation. All the way down to the ground, where it gets collected again, and then, you know what, it gets warmed up and evaporates, right? So we can go fast, or it can go slow. And once it gets up here, it's going to condense into a cloud. Maybe this time it's cumulus, right? At medium level. And this cloud, this condensed cloud gets heavy, 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 and it's going to, you know what? Precipitate. Now, when cumulus clouds get really dark and heavy, they can have thunderstorms. So we could play with that. Maybe our cumulus cloud rains down really hard. Right? That could be that kind of precipitation. All right, we're back down on the ground. What happens? We collect, we evaporate, and we'll form another kind of cloud. Maybe our last kind of cloud is back to being a stratus. And we can hold our final pose, and that can be the end of our dance. Yeah? So what we're doing is we're going through the water cycle 3 times, each time having a different kind of cloud, that's our condensation, a different kind of precipitation, right? Snow or hail or hard rain or whatever, and a different kind of evaporation. Slow or fast, okay? So that way we can have a pretty interesting dance. And remember, you can draw your cloud, or you can embody it, you can be it in your body. You might be a cirrus cloud up high, full of ice, or a cumulus cloud at medium level, or a stratus cloud at low level. Show me your cloud. Nice, okay. Pretend that cloud is getting heavier and heavier, fuller and fuller of either water or ice, depending on what level you're at. If you're high, you're going to be at ice. If you're lower, you're going to be having water. Get ready to precipitate. Decide if you're going to come down as gentle rain, hard rain, hail, or snow. Go. Nice. All the way to the ground, gently, carefully. You're going to start getting warmed up by the sun, and you'll evaporate. You decide if it's slow or fast. Go. Now, you're back up in the air. Decide what level cloud you're going to be. And what kind. Again, cirrus or cumulus or stratus. And we'll start all over again. This should be a different kind of cloud, right? You're going to get heavy and heavy and heavy and start to precipitate, whether it's snow or hail or rain. Go. And collect on the earth and evaporate, slow or fast. Choose something different you haven't done before. Evaporate, slow or fast, go. And become your last kind of cloud. If you've already done cirrus and cumulus, be stratus. If you've already done stratus and cumulus, be cirrus. Okay, last cloud, hold it. Nice. Get heavy and heavy and start to precipitate, go. And get warmed up one last time, evaporate up and condense into your final cloud shape. Nice job, you guys. All right, everybody, that was some great work. I loved moving through the water cycle and using its ideas to make that really cool dance. Let's end with a calming movement that's also about water. It's called the Calming Waterfall. Take a deep breath. Pretend there's a waterfall in front of you, and the water is falling down, down, down. Take your hands and the ends of your fingertips and place them in the water. Breathe in, and with the backs of your hands, kind of rise up the waterfall. And softly come down the water, playing in the water with your fingers. Good. Feel the mist of the water on your skin. Let's try it again. Fingertips in the waterfall. Breathe in and come up the waterfall. Feel the water and just gently brush that waterfall as you come down and exhale. One more time. Fingertips in. Inhale. And end with one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And just notice how you're feeling. What's your heart rate? Are you breathing calmly? How does your body feel after all that movement? And notice if you feel ready to focus on something new. This kind of breathing can be used anytime as a kind of self-management. Thanks so much for using movement today to explore the shapes and levels of clouds and the different speeds and forces that can be in the water cycle. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.